guys?
GG's ViBE laughing face.
Oh yeah. Welcome to Gold 2 Protoss. Going to Gold 1, boys. Preacher, thank you for the bits, dude. Thank you, Preacher, for the bits. What the fuck is the counter to BCs at like 8 minutes? With what race? I mean, I'm gonna be going to Platinum today. I am. I'm gonna be pushing all of these races to Plat 3. And then tomorrow I'll probably do Plat 3 to Diamond 3. I'm not gonna go for 10 hours again today. That was a long stream yesterday. No. Is he playing in Europe again? No, I'm playing in North America this time. Let's leave our probe down here. Fuck it. The hair reminds me of 3 rainbow sherbet ice cream I used to get as a kid. I know. It's the same here. I've heard that like 5 times now. I agree with that. We'll do it here. Well, we want you to go for 10 hours. No, not today. That was a long... And because last night I did 10.5 hours of streaming this, and then I did like 3 hours of editing this. That was a long-ass day for me yesterday. I don't want to do that again. Alright, no gas. There's a pool. Cool. There's a natural. He's taking the gas now. Okay. Cool beans. So, it's looking pretty standard from the Zerg. Nothing crazy. And since it's standard, we're going to delay our core just a tad. If this was like no hatchery, fast gas pool, I would have made that core immediately. But it's pretty mellow build here. Pretty defensive, so we'll go ahead and yeah. Take our whatever you call it. ViBE, what have you done to my hair? You like it? Trying to lose my probes again. We're gonna make a robo right here as the final blockade. We're delaying our wall a little bit just because this guy he didn't do anything that looked aggressive, so we were fine. Grab our probe and make it return minerals close to the nexus. We're good. Alright, cool. Now let's go ahead and get a shield battery. Get a second pylon over here as well. Robo failed the block. What do you mean? That's a block. 100% that's a block. We'll make an observer. We'll rotate my sentry out with a stalker now.
I'm here.
Oh, wait, well, put my sentry back in and we'll have the stalker kill the overlord right there. Hi. Let's get a couple of pylons over here just so I get vision of my base. Okay, let's start making Colossus. And then we're going to make a Forge in a second here, and we're also going to make a Twilight Council. And then, like, more gates. We can start a third base and a pylon here. Put a stalker in the door. And now we can make some more gates. Let's make like 3 more gates right now. Let's get more gates. We can afford it. And we'll get a forge and a council. And we'll make another pylon in a second. Cool. Now let's make a hallucinated phoenix and let's go scout his base.
Field online.
As soon as we can, we'll see what he's doing.
I am here in the shadows.
And now we're pretty much done making probes. So once again, this is when we like. By the time this is done, we're gonna have a lot of probes on it already. So this is when we want to start chrono boosting upgrades again.
Engaging the enemy.
So we're chrono boosting our upgrades on our stuff. We already have a lot of probes on this nexus. Make another pylon here so we can warp out in front. And we can make a shield battery out here so we can defend this base if need be. And yeah, we can just keep making Stalker and Colossus for now. And in his base we saw that might have been a Spire. I didn't actually see it. We can scout it again. Scout from the bottom this time and go up. And we'll look at the building this time. We'll physically stare at it. And we can add more gates now again. A few more gates. Because we're fully saturated on this base, and now we can also start a 4th base. So that we can keep the probe count going up to 75 quickly.
Engaging the enemy.
Okay, so that is a Spore Crawler. Okay, so he's going Hydras. Couldn't tell if that was going to be a Spire or not. Chrono boost upgrades. That one's pretty much done, so I don't need to chrono that.
Research complete.
Okay, now we have fully saturated 3 bases, and now we're going for a 4th.
Mineral field.
We're starting to mine out here, so we'll grab some probes, send them down.
Research upgrade complete.
And now finally we can make a Templar Archives as well. We always want to make this as soon as we're like good to go on everything, like our minerals. And we're kind of done with that and our gas heads building up. It's always a good time to add it on. Let's kill these rocks. Here's a tip for you guys. Always kill these rocks. If you're going to defend like this base right here, how I'm doing it on this map, it makes your life way easier. Because now I can walk back and forth like this to defend my base. Okay, no more stalkers. Now it's just going to be pure zealots and archons. Chrono boost upgrades. And if you guys remember, always this is a great thing to do. Go like this against any race with Protoss. This will help you so much with when you want to move out of your base, and you won't be like, oh my god, I'm getting attacked by 8-lings and it's killing a probe line. It's the worst. It's the worst. So if you do that, what I just did, you don't have to deal with that now. This is no longer a thing that's gonna happen. So now let's start making some Colossus. I mean, some Archons. And some Zealots. And we can start chrono boosting our Zealots too, so we can get a faster gateway production here. Even add like a couple more gates to this. Notice how I don't really have a big gateway explosion until I'm fully saturated. I'm not making all these gates really, really early. I'm doing them pretty late, actually. I'm doing most of this build early game off of like only a few gateways and a robo. I know with the sentry, we're gonna make 2 phoenixes and we're gonna scout all the bases on the side of the map, which is gonna tell us where we want to attack first. We can start another base too. We don't have to use it right away, but we can prepare it for later. There it is. That's where we're attacking right there. Top right.
Engaging the enemy.
Okay, so here we do it again. Attack, attack, hold shift, attack, 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 and attack. Follow my Colossus with an observer. Alright, now chrono boost that crap. Keep my bases looking good. We're looking good. Making units. Colossus. We're not delaying our, because we don't want to delay the amount of time we make units in our gateways. This is important. We can even chrono boost some more. Chrono, chrono, chrono. Chrono, 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 chrono. We're out of chronos now. So now we can really upkeep our, as fast as we can, remaxing our units here.
We embrace the glory of battle.
It can be like cannon, battery. Check my mineral lines. This is good. This is good. This is good. This is good. How's my army doing? It's doing okay. Chrono boost another upgrade. Probably use some more stalkers again this time now. Make another chrono boost out of Colossus. We'll go with another timing at 2 Colossus. Because you can see I just lost my army. But it's fine because we're macroing. We are macroing, guys. See, what's probably going to happen is I'm still ahead in supply because I macroed. Well, I move towards this army now. Do you hear that mineral field depleted? Let's go check it out. 2 to here. A couple probes over here. Rotate them. How about now? Good, 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 good. Nothing's oversaturated. We still got 75 probes. Another mineral field depleted. Where's that at? Another probe is oversaturated. Send him down.
You require my.
I feel like right now I'm probably like making a lot of people uneasy with how we're not microing anything. But look at my supply. We're still fucking maxed. That's the whole point. We can chrono boost again. Some gateways to get faster units again, so we can hit that remax really quick. And we can also start another base to prepare for later once again. And there we go, we're maxed again. Let's go ahead and do that same exact process all over again. Once this Archon's done, because it won't get the command otherwise. There we go. Now let's A move, hold shift, A move, A move, A move. Grab my observer, follow that Colossus. Let's do it again. Check my bases, we're looking good. Every time a unit dies, we're immediately remaking something, and we're just making sure my minerals are running great. Good, 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 good. Okay, we can chrono that again in just a second. Chrono that shit. Things are dying. Now we can be like, chrono, 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 chrono. We're out of chronos again. Mineral fields are being depleted. Here. Grab some probes. What about this base? It's good. Send them down here, the new base. Go cannon, cannon, battery, battery, cannon. GG. And then, if we look at our resources again, we could be like, let's make a bunch of Archons. We're keeping the money flowing the whole time. And we just keep making armies over and over that he won't eventually be able to deal with. Look at these fights. We'll back it up. We'll just watch these fights really fast. Because I didn't really watch anything in this game in terms of fights. So, nothing's really happened yet. And look, this guy actually macroed pretty well. He's macroing not bad. He's actually ahead of me in supply right now. When nothing's really happened so far. I've lost nothing. He's lost a few units. He lost a few like lings and stuff to my wall here earlier when I had a stalker in it. And he lost an Overlord as well. So he hasn't really lost too much. He also lost a couple Lings that were scouting around. It's pretty... But look at this play, dude. He's playing well. This is how Zerg should be, by the way. The higher league you get, the more Zerg should always be ahead of Protoss in supply. Just because that's how Zerg works. You make units that are cheap and high supply. Like roaches. Or hydras. And now, check the fight out. So he's maxed. He's chilling. He's got a good bank. He's got a good, healthy drone count. This is fucking solid. The Zerg player is playing really solid. So far. With his economy macro. It's not bad. Let's go and look at resources lost. Let's also look at... Here, this is the bigger thing, actually. Instead of looking at resources lost, let's look at resources. You see this? Let's look at larva. This hatchery has 6 larvae. This hatchery has 3 larvae. This hatchery has 2 larvae. That's good. This hatchery has 2 larvae. That's good. The problem with this guy right now is he does not have a max supply, so he could remake stuff. But when he has hatcheries like this hatchery, or sorry, this is the 2. This hatchery with 6 is not automatically generating larvae anymore. The only larva it's getting is the inject larva, which is actually a kind of bad, because that's a lot of larvae you're missing out on. That's like basically it's like saying, oh, I have 10 racks, but because I'm not spinning my larva properly, now I only have 6. I still have I still have a good portion of my racks, but missing out on automatically generated larva is pretty huge. You can almost generate as much larva at over time as an eject will pop off immediately in the same amount of time that it takes for that eject to pop off. Like, you're missing out on so fucking much production if you just let it go. Like, oh, whatever, okay. It's whatever. It's a big deal. It's a huge deal. And look at his income here. Look at his saturation. Oversaturated. Oversaturated. Fine. And a little undersaturated. And new base could be being saturated as well. But like things like this is 5 drones that are mining like crap now. Which is why if you look at the income is actually pretty close. But we have, here's the thing. We have the same amount of workers, but I'm still pulling in more resources in total than he is. Very similar minerals, but I'm crushing him in gas. So he's inefficiently mining as well. Like these excess drones, he has 6 drones, or 7 drones excess right now in his main and his natural. That could be saturated on these gases. And he could be actually tied with me in gas, but he's not, because he's not paying attention to it. He's focusing on other things. Like micro. But watch the spending. So we're going to look at the spinning and we're going to look at the supply. Right now, obviously I'm going to lose these stalkers because I'm not microing, which is fine. But he would actually be ahead of me in supply still if he spent his money properly, better. Now he counter pushes me. Look when he's counter pushing me. This is a problem. This is a big problem. Let's go ahead and look at his larva one more time. 4 larvae, bad. 3 larvae, bad. 4 larvae, bad. No larva here because it's a dead hatchery. 3 larvae here, bad. And not every single hatchery he has that's active is not generating larvae again. This is a big, huge deal to not being able to spend your money, because automated generation of larvae is a big way you spend your money as Zerg. And he's still oversaturated on this, and now he's becoming even more oversaturated on this. He has 6 drones on the natural and 5 drones on the main that are not actually optimally saturating. That's almost like 2/3 of a mineral line. That's just not doing very well at all. That could be doing something better. Which is why I start taking leads here when I shouldn't. Like, I should not be the one who's making a supply like this with Zerg when I'm actually more inefficient than Zerg. That shouldn't happen. It's, obviously I'm not microing, but this is a big deal. We'll go to the last fight. This is what the last fight looks like. It was a numbers game why he lost that fight. It was just a number. He didn't have enough stuff, so he died. He got overpowered and died. That's all it really came down to. So you're saying there's a point when you don't inject larva? No, you always inject larva. But you need to spend your resources. You need to be making units while you fight an army. And you don't, people don't tend to do that in Gold League. But anyways, we're Gold 1, boys. We're Gold 1. Gold 1, baby.